Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome in to the Rockstar Flipper YouTube channel. Let's say the 19th, Thursday the 19th, 2019, December 19th. How's everybody doing? How's everybody? So I want to start off this show by letting everybody know that since we only have 2 shows left, we have tonight and next week, the day after Christmas. That's going to be it. Just those two nights. And that's it for the live shows for 2019. So I want to open it up to questions tonight. I want to open it up to everything you guys need to know about getting ready for 2019. Questions you might have about your business, questions you might have about accounting, preparing for taxes. Just kind of want to do after 5 or 10 minutes, kind of an open Q&A. And if I sound out of breath, I am, because I had to run from out there to in here and then get the lights ready, and it's hot in here and I've just been running around. So sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just scrolling through the chat. If you guys need anything, Adam is my admin over there, and he's available to you guys for questions, concerns, comments, all that sort of stuff. And a big hello to Dave and Bill, and Megan and Winnie also in the house. She is one of my admins as well. And thank you to Alexis, KIT, for her $10 super chat, and also her $3 super chat just a minute ago. So thank you to Alexis for that very, very kind super chat. I appreciate it. I was trying to find her thing on my my StreamYard so that I could pop it up on the screen, but I can't find it. So when I do find it, I'll let you know. But so tonight I'm gonna do questions. But first I want to lead off with $28 million, a big announcement that I want to tell everyone. $28 million. Does anybody know what $28 million is equal to? Is the amount of what it means, what $28 million means? Does anybody know what $28 million means? $28 million is the amount of money that the number one YouTuber in the world made last year, or 2018 to 2019, in the last 12 months. Ryan's Toy Review, $28 million. What's up, Fat Man? The Flipper Alex in the house. A great weekend in Vegas. No longer working. Yeah. If you didn't read, $28 million, the number one YouTuber. So my big announcement tonight is that starting next year, his name is Ryan. He runs Ryan's Toy Review. Well, his parents do for him. He opens toys on YouTube and reviews them, and he makes $28 million. Matt, welcome in. Thank you. My bar tab. Yeah, I wish it was my bar tab. So my big announcement next year, I'm going to open a YouTube toy opening channel on YouTube. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I could make an adult themed channel for opening tech and toys and electronics, and don't take that the wrong way, you guys. But yeah, Ryan's Toy Review. So that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. Okay, so 8 years old, guys. 8 years old. So that's just kidding. All right, so let's go ahead and shoot right into questions. I want this to be an Ask Me Anything / Q&A. I just want you guys to get all the questions out of the way. If you missed the videos this week, basically we covered making the business legal. I went through and did a lot of store reviews for you guys to get your stores changed for 2020. A lot of things that a lot of people have to work on, and you can have better years. So if you have questions, if there's anything you want to cover, please, by all means, put it here in the chat and we'll talk about it. Appreciate all the likes. Yeah, hit that like button. Keep in touch Enterprises. I like that. Boys and their toys. Yeah. Casey's Adult Toy Showcase. James Thrift. What's up, James? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate that. Took that the wrong way. There's one guy. Yeah. Marquise Brownlee does electronics and tech. He makes like $3 to $5 million a year. So apparently opening things up on YouTube is super popular, and I should do more of it. All right, let's do it. Jump into the questions. Put your questions over in the chat. I'll try to keep up with them. Adam will let me know as they roll in. If you have questions about accounting, questions about supplies, thermal printers, questions about getting your business legal for 2020 or anything above and beyond, please put it over there in the chat, and I will start rolling through them as I can. Question, what printer do I recommend? I always recommend thermal printers. I have a couple links. Thermal printers are over in the chat. They're also linked in my affiliate links. You can ask me for them directly if you need. Be careful with the wording. Yeah, absolutely. I will. $28 million on YouTube, guys. 28 million. Only need 27,999,900 and whatever more, right? Next year, you can do the Australian buy and sell thing for inventory like you do there for the States. Craig, the wholesale buy and sell in Australia, I'm not sure. I can certainly try. The shipping might be too much money, though. We'll have to look into that starting in 2020. In the meantime, yeah, the wholesale is getting a little bit of a makeover this weekend, and then we'll be back up and running next week. Hey, you got a nice wine gift basket from the List Perfectly ladies. Yes. Thank you, Adam. I meant to mention that I'm going to do that on the live show. He has a toy line too. Yeah. Candace, Ryan's 28 million was just from his YouTube income. He also has a toy line that's at Target and Walmart, I believe. How do we tell if a Coach purse is fake? Very good question. A lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of comparing it to other things, the quality, the stitching, the tags. Let me grab you guys something, though. Stick with me. I'm not walking too far. That I did receive in the mail yesterday. And I do want to give a shout out to a couple of young ladies who deserve a shout out. I meant to have this sitting next to me and I forgot. Hang on, let me move the camera again. Move the table that the camera's on anyways. Okay, all right. Start streaming on WoW or Twitch. Nah, I don't like streaming games. It becomes a job. Hey, Bree Johnson, how you doing? Becky, how are you doing? Do you have a video on Pirate Ship? I do not. It's one I haven't done because I don't use Pirate Ship, unfortunately. I probably should start using Pirate Ship, though, right? I don't know. Okay. All right. Did that Versace jacket get pregnant? Oh, God, Mr. Buys a Lot. No. Turns out that may have been an entire staged lie. I'm not sure. Rollo printer that always fades. I don't know. Rollo printer is the one I don't use. My ArcScan never has an issue. ArcScan and Dymo, I've used both of them. Never had a problem with either one of those two. Okay, so the shout out I have is from the ladies at List Perfectly, Amanda and Claire. They sent me a very, very nice gift, I guess for me and Kate. This came in the mail from them yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. And if you didn't see it yesterday, I'll show you guys somewhere in here. Oh, here it is. They also gave us a card that says, thank you for your continued support. It means the world to us. May you continue to prosper 2020. The List Perfectly team. Man and Claire, thank you. And it's Godiva chocolate and Estro Cabernet Cab, a little bottle of Cab. And also some truffles and some other chocolate noirs, some chocolate almond stuff. I don't know, all kinds of cool stuff in here. I'll crack it open this weekend. Thank you, ladies, from List Perfectly. If you don't use List Perfectly for cross-posting from eBay to Posh and Macari to Posh, back and forth, absolutely consider using List Perfectly. So far, so good with the ladies, and we like it. We've used it. A lot of people like it. If you don't know what List Perfectly is, I have a video on it. I'll also link their site directly below. If you could use that link, it's an affiliate. I really appreciate it. How to open a bottle without a corkscrew, a wine bottle. Great question. Take the top, smash the top, break it off, drink. If you ever watch MASH, you will see an episode where they have to do that. Okay, do you ever source at Ross, Burlington, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx for shoes to resell? No. I do not source at those stores at all, really, and I don't do shoes specifically. Here's the reason. 28 million is still my thing. Here's the reason that I don't source at those stores. So one, in those stores here in Florida, they price them way too high. There's not really any great deals at the Florida stores because Florida kind of has the attitude of this. There's a lot of tourists and a lot of people, vacation and out of town people. They feel like the item will sell. If they put a pair of shoes out for $50 and no one wants it, they're not going to clearance them and discount them. Somebody will buy it. They take a we don't care attitude. It's rare. In fact, there are some people that are known for doing Ross and Marshalls and other Burlington or whatever sourcing. And many of them, not all of them, but many of them have come to Florida, Orlando, Tampa, maybe even Miami, and attempted to replicate what they do in their hometowns, and they're unable to replicate it. And the reason, and in fact, several of them reached out to me and said, wow, if I had to make my living here in Florida doing what I do in X in Kentucky or California or Kansas or wherever they're from. I don't know where any of them are from. I wouldn't be able to make a living because Florida doesn't have those margins. And that's just the fact. I've done it. I've gone to the stores. I've scanned. Some people, even a few of them were like, you don't know what you're doing. And they came here and they were like, wow, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I try to tell people the stores here don't care. They don't, Star and Keith have a 99-cent jean Goodwill up there in Pennsylvania. You won't find 99-cent anything here. It's just not the way Florida works. It's very, very difficult. And it's been that way since the beginning of time. It's hard. On top of that, a lot of those people that are successful at Marshalls and Ross and TJ Maxx make friends. They have managers that set things aside for them. And again, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying some of them have relationships that make it easier to make money. So the answer is no, that is not my business model. And there's a few reasons why. So, okay. Let me roll back down. Jeff Loftus, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let's go back down. Can you drop off those truffles to Safety Harbor? Yeah, no, I'm going to keep those. Do you drop your price on your items every time eBay recommends you to do so? Gail, no. Gail, I do not drop them every time because eBay doesn't know what's best. You know what's best for your business and your prices, and a lot of times those prices are not accurate. Great question. Do not drop them just because eBay says. If you ever visit Dayton, Ohio, our thrift stores are plentiful and inexpensive. Great selection for vintage clothes. Thanks, Jackie. Appreciate that. I have it darkened. Guess I need to clean every 5 to 6 labels. Yeah, you shouldn't have to be cleaning your labels every 5 or your label printer every 5 to 6 labels, or it has a problem. Get a new printer. The Goodwill on Gandy is gold for hard goods. I'm sure you know. Crazy great on Friday night for clothes. The Goodwill on Gandy. You're talking about the Goodwill outlet or the Goodwill retail next to the outlet? I mean, Kane. Requirements to get a store, and can anyone use the hub, or is that when you have a store? Sarah, that's going to be for the store. Anyone can have a store. It makes most sense after you use up your free listings. If eBay's giving you 50 free, then the first store, the starter level, would be about $5. I think it is $5 a month. And it's going to charge you when you go over your free listings. So it's probably around 60, 70 listings that you would want to upgrade to a starter. And then I believe it's in the mid hundreds that you upgrade to a basic. What has been past history on sales for January, February until tax refunds? Big drop. Tommy Gaskins. That's a great question as well. Let me go over there and tell you. Let me pop that up there if I can find it. Thank you, Alexis, for the $5 super chat as well. I'll get down to that in a second. What's been past history for January? This is a great question for everyone. January tends to do fairly well because people have gift cards. For the first 2 weeks of January, you should see some good sales. Next week after Christmas, leading up, like next week, the entire week of Christmas, it may be a little bit slow because people have stopped buying because they can't order in time. So they're going to the store if they need anything last minute, which is me. I wait till last minute, but I only have 3 gifts to buy. I have 3 gifts to buy. I know that sounds crazy. One, I wait till last minute anyways. I always wait till the last day because I just simply don't want to buy it and leave it sit around this house. The second and third gifts is my mom and dad because they're impossible to buy for. Sorry, mom and dad, but I know exactly what I'm buying them this year, so I do actually know where I'm going to go this weekend and pick it up. Yeah, so your sales should be decent with the gift cards. What reports from eBay do I need to print for taxes and records? Kilroy. From eBay, you're going to need, and honestly, you need your PayPal records, not really your eBay records unless you use managed payments. PayPal is where all of your money records are. So you're going to pull those records. You'd want to, I usually separate one for my shipping, the shipping labels that I bought, one for payments received on the items sold, and all of that goes into my QuickBooks. So I just use my QuickBooks. But if you are using your PayPal as your report, then you'll download your sales report, which is like, payments received. And then you'll want to have one where you can export it to the CSV with the fees. So you can add up all the fees. Hey, from Australia, Megan Nichols, welcome in. Best scale with extended cord. Sarah, I use a scale that is battery powered. I don't really recommend that you use a scale that you have to plug in. It's not really necessary. So the scale that I use, I'll go ahead and link in chat for you. It's like $16 or something. It's really, really great. Okay, so Alexis, $5 super chat. Thanks for the ongoing mentorship. I believe I can do it thanks to you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you found me as well. And any questions, concerns, comments you guys have, please, rockstarflipper@gmail.com if you don't watch this live or you watch it later. Thomas, thank you. Congratulations on the hustling. Appreciate that. Adam just linked the List Perfectly video. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put it up on the chat there. And hello to, I just saw somebody else roll in here. Hold on. Nick Taylor, there's so many stores. I just make it so much more soon. What amount of percentage do you set aside after a sale, or do you? I don't set aside any, if you mean like paying myself, My money just rolls through and I just keep spending and keep selling and spending and selling. I don't really pay myself. It's a question I get a lot. As a sole proprietor or a sole owner LLC like I have, the money just accumulates in the account and you just spend as you see fit. You need to budget it to make sure that you are leaving yourself enough. You know what you spend on average in a week. Do you spend 200? Do you spend 400? Do you spend 1,000? Make sure you leave that amount of money in the account to keep buying inventory, because what you don't want to do is take all the money out, pay your bills, blow it at the bar, and then have no money to reinvest because now you can't make more money to refill it back up. So always have that reinvestment money. Candace, yeah, I got that store review coming for you after live. Thank you so much. Email me, Candace, rockstarflipper@gmail.com with your link to your active item, please. Upgrading to a Rollo. I don't know if it's an upgrade punch. I don't know a ton about Rollo, but I know Dymo is one of the best you can get. I don't know that it's an upgrade. ArcScan is fantastic as well. What's your personal view on free shipping, free returns? So free shipping to me on lightweight items under a pound is expected. If you start shipping heavy items, you can still do free shipping and include the price in the item. So you definitely need to consider free shipping. Free returns, here's one I want everyone to write in their notepad and take down. Free returns works this way. Let's say that you have 30-day buyer pays returns, right? And let's say that you average 3 items sold a day, 90 to 100. Let's just say 100 items a month is what you sell, right? And so your average sale price is $25. So you're doing $2,500 a month in sales. And I'm just throwing numbers out there. And you average about 1 return a month, right? If you turn on free returns, you might not get any more returns, or you may get a couple extra returns. On those couple extra returns, you're still going to be able to resell the item as long as the buyer didn't damage it and ship it back to you all jacked up, which you can still fight and argue 50% or more through eBay. So let's just assume that your buyers lie about the reason, or they just return it because they can't read or whatever, and you have to eat the labels, but you're able to resell the item. Let's say your labels average $5 a label because you're doing some first class for $3 and some priority for $8. You're paying $5-6 a label. And let's say you get 2 extra returns, $12, $15, right? Free returns. Well, you're selling $2,500 a month, which means your eBay fees are $250, right? Your top rated seller discount just for having free returns and one-day handling on is $25. You get 10% off your $250 fees. So your $25 discount just covered whatever extra labels you're going to get if you even get them. And now you get more sales for being top rated seller, having better search, having that yellow bar. In theory, it will work out better. Now that's not a guarantee. It doesn't work for everyone, but almost everybody I recommend it to, it works better. So that's my personal view. For the most part, in Miami, Alex says the cost of goods doesn't leave much room for profit in Burlington, but I have found some crazy good stuff. Yeah, there are some good things I've heard of. I've seen a couple. We have already got the Wrecking Crew their stuff. They're easy. Okay, are you going to be getting a lot of remotes to resell again, and where can we possibly find something similar to that deal? I may do a few lots of remotes to sell out to folks. I'll have to keep you posted on that. Hey, Colorado Tex, how you doing? Welcome in. Have a great Christmas as well over there. Appreciate you. How do you get similar deals to the wholesale remotes that I bought? That was a little bit of luck with a little bit of networking and just knowing a lot of people that offer me a lot of stuff. That deal happened to come from recycling company. I'll just give you that. I can't tell you who it was or where or any of that, but it was a recycling company. So that will give you some maybe something to start at. What would be your suggested list of things to do or check to improve your store to start out next year in a better way? Jen's Concepts. Well, I'll be happy to go through your store and do a review on it if you'd like. I put them up for $5. It's well worth the $5. There's a lot of things you can do. You can change return policies. You can start making offers. Promoted listings, if you're not doing it, is something to look at. Different items, changing up what you're selling, incorporating more electronics and hard goods. There's 100 things you can do, and I'd be happy to go over the rest of it with you, Jen. If Adam wants to link the store review again, you can use that link. How to start LLC business on eBay. So the LLC business, how to set up your business legally, is a part of my entire accounting and business setup program. It walks you through the entire process. It also covers kind of accounting 101, how to do Excel, how to do QuickBooks. And that's for BB. This is the name on there. I'll link that in the chat for you. And it's well worth picking up. How can I access historical Terapeak data? You don't really sell on eBay. Steve, Terapeak is free with an eBay premium or anchor store. If you don't have that, I'm not really sure how you would go about it because eBay did buy Terapeak. You can use www.sellhound.com. That's also a great one. Nick Taylor, how you doing? Hey, I love the hey and the enthusiasm. How you doing, Nick? Appreciate it. Merry Christmas to Francis. Looking forward to working with you in 2020 as well. I can't wait to work with a lot of you guys. Patrick, Cato, can you pull everything into QuickBooks directly from PayPal if you start your bookkeeping at a later time? You can import. Now, my word of warning to everyone using GoDaddy and QuickBooks, when you import PayPal or eBay data, I constantly find mistakes and I stop doing it. I manually type my stuff in, which sounds like it takes a lot of time. It doesn't. If you do it every day, it's 5 or 10 minutes. Even if you do it every week, it's 1 hour of work a week, depending on how much you sell, of course. But you should be able to do it in less than an hour. Importing it makes mistakes. It just doesn't seem to come out right. Hey, Casey, Nakia Bellamy, if you don't make that much in 2019, should you still file taxes? Yes, you are responsible for reporting any amount of income. There are some state level exceptions depending on your situation, but 99.99999% of all income should be reported. Even if it's a few hundred or a few $1,000s, you still need to report it. It doesn't mean that you're going to owe taxes. In fact, most people that don't make that much end up getting money back or owing very little when they're a business owner. So don't be scared of that. I can't guarantee you won't owe them anything, but you may not owe them very much at all. For return, do you use your house or P.O. box? I recommend a P.O. box, but I actually don't use either. I have another property that it goes to. Where are the pups tonight? Somebody just asked, where are the pups tonight? Mr. Buys a Lot. Good question. Pup number 1 is right there. There's Roscoe P. Roscoe P. Roscoe. There he is. And then Chewy is down there. Hi, Chewy. Hi, Chew, Chew, Chew. There's Chewy. And look, there's us cleaning remotes. See, we clean all the remotes. We test them. We tape them up. We check batteries. You guys see that? Look, people think I don't do any work. Come on, man. Come on. On returns, do you have to reimburse the original shipping? It depends. It depends. Sandra, it depends if you have free returns. It depends on the reason. Is the item not as described? Then yes, they will get a complete refund. If you sold them a bad item or they lie and say item not as described, you're going to pay for the entire thing. Nick Taylor, $10 super chat. I think I missed it. Did I miss the $10 super chat from Nick Taylor? Was that way up at the top? Sorry about that if I missed it. $10 from Nick Taylor. Oh, there it is. Right there. She just popped it through. Yeah. So depending on the reason for the Sandra, for the return, yes, you could have to owe them the original shipping if it was your fault. If it's on them, then they need to pay the original shipping. And if you charged item plus shipping, you can dock the shipping on it. Wholesale sales will be updated soon. Yes, Adam, thank you for that. Appreciate it. There's another excellent resource called What's It Worth, and it's an app for the iPhone. I've never heard of that one. Thank you, Nick, for loving the info that we provide here, that I provide. Okay, Merry Christmas, Ma and Pa's Closet. Nakia just got is it Nakia or Nakia? Sorry, I butcher names. I'm terrible at them. I'm learning a lot about taxes. Yeah, you just got a job. That's great. Do you ever try to get sneakers in those Nike and Adidas shoe releases to resell? What do you think about the sneaker reselling game? I absolutely despise the sneakerhead reselling game. People hate me for it, but if I can't buy and sell something all year long, I'm not interested in buying and selling it once. If I can't buy LeBron 947 series all year long, not interested. Don't care. Unless I want them for myself and to get a deal and maybe sell a couple pair to pay for that. No. I'm not going to stand in line at stores at 3 a.m. and I'm not going to sit on the internet trying to hurry up and click it right at 9 a.m. as they go live to compete with people that have auto sniping softwares. I'm just not going to do it. That's not a way to run a business. That's not a way that any successful person runs a business. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't successful people that don't do that, because there are. What I'm saying is a successful business is not based solely on chance that you're going to hopefully get some shoes that the entire world is trying to grab up and flip. And the reason is because you have to have a base. You have to have something that drives your business. You don't see Jeff Bezos waking up at 7 a.m. to hurry up and hit buttons to try to get inventory for Amazon, right? No, of course not. He doesn't do that. No, he's got a supplier. People have suppliers and sources, and that's the way that it goes. And that's how you run a good business. So in and out of service because I'm driving, but I wanted to give you a little something. Yeah. Thank you, Nick. If you're driving, please focus on the driving. Mr. Buys a Lot. Wow, up north with a $50 super chat. My advice is worth so much it's made me money. This is for the pups for Christmas treats. We're having $600 to $2,000 days lately. Wow. Mr. Buys a Lot, killing it. His store has so much cool stuff in it. I am going to one day get to his place and get to see all the cool stuff. So thank you, Adam, for the links, and thank you guys. Kia for short. All right, I got Kia Bellamy in there. Thank you so much. I'm terrible with names, so I apologize. Thank you again, Mr. Buys a Lot. You guys give him a big hashtag for Mr. Buys a Lot. By the way, if you put his name all together on eBay, Mr. Buys a Lot, he has some of the coolest stuff you will find on eBay. Go click his store. Just go to eBay, advanced search by seller or store name, Mr. Buys a Lot, and you will see his store. He's got awesome stuff. Go buy something from him because he's got the coolest things you'll ever see. And he's got a huge store, by the way. He's got some 70, 80,000 listings last I checked. Could be more, could be less, but very, very awesome. So thank you for that. Some great questions, you guys. Awesome questions, awesome super chats. Thank you for those as well. And yeah, I'm here for a little bit longer. If you guys want to keep firing those questions over, I'll try to keep up with all of you. But thank you for joining me. And Alexis with the super chat. Thank you so much for that as well. I appreciate all of you being here and being so generous, especially at Christmas time. So thank you for that. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. I hope everybody does. Mr. Buys a Lot, 93,000 listings currently. Wow. Somebody get him to 100,000, man. I'm going to do that. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's got 93,000. I thought he was around 80. So 93,000 listings. Mr. Buys a Lot. Go check his store out. Thank you, Alexis, again. She's probably up to about 50 total in super chats tonight. So appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you and everybody else here in the chat. I think I'm going to start doing guests here on the channel as well. I'm going to start having people like Star and Keith. And we've been working on the wholesale. So we've been busy, but we're going to get back to that stuff. We're going to get wholesale podcast. I want to be one of those guys in 2020 that never sleeps and just make sure that you guys have everything that you need in 2020. So appreciate you guys supporting and being here. The dogs are giving me evil looks right now because you want to see a dog with an evil look? Check him out. He's even sitting next to the remotes. Look, we got more remotes over there we're working on. Look at all those. Look at that look he's giving me. What's up, Roscoe? Oh, man. Good times. Star is so much fun. She makes me laugh. She makes me laugh, too. I work with Keith, her better half. Sorry, Star, her better half all the time. Yeah, Stephanie just opened her basic store subscription. Absolutely. That's awesome. And I wish you the best of luck in 2020 with it. If you need help, let me know. If I could give one big pointer, if you're just trying to get in the reselling business, what would it be? Right now, I'm just going to Goodwill's with not much money to spend. Bobby Greeno. Great question, Bobby. If you're trying to look, it depends on where you live and your thrift stores and their prices. But honestly, you can get cheaper stuff from yard sales, garage sales, Facebook, buying out people's yard sales. If your Goodwills and thrift stores are reasonably priced, make sure you have a list of things. Do your research on brands. Do your research on items and find the best items for the best price. Be picky. Be selective. Don't just try to buy items just because you want to spend $2 and make 10. Look for the best stuff. Go through the whole store. Put all the stuff in your cart. And when you get to the point where you're ready to check out, go back through everything. Double check for mistakes. Look for things that are damaged or broken or stained or ripped. Look for things that are, borderline where you're like, okay, this is maybe going to make some money, but there's a million of them for sale. I got a lot of competition. Really, really look and do the research into what you're buying, and don't just buy stuff to buy it because people throw away money all the time like that. Hey, Candace, they love you. When is the last time you hung out with Rally Roots? It's been a long time. There's the videos on my channel. I would have to look. I don't know. Very busy. Very busy. I don't hang out with anyone, unfortunately, outside of this house a lot. Thank you so much, Joshua. Is it Madrano? Thank you so much. I appreciate that kind comment. Yeah, and Bobby, that's another great tip Candace just put out. Sell a lot of your own stuff. People estimate that the regular everyday person has around $400 worth of stuff they can sell on eBay out of their own home. Really good, really good advice there from Candace. So thank you for that. Can fulfillment companies and ask if they need any skids off their shelves? Oh, call fulfillment companies. God, I can't read. Look at some of the wholesale. Yeah, some of the wholesale will. Some will kick them to you for free. So lots of good advice in the chat. Thank you guys for that. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you're limited on your capital and you need to make the most of it, you really got to buy things cheap. You got to inspect them because you can't afford to be throwing away money on broken things that you missed. And you got to go to the cheapest places you can. You know, the Goodwill bins, if you have one in your city, is a great place to start. I like the Goodwill bins. I love what it does. Come here, bud. And but you know, it's just something that I haven't had the time for this past year. You know, in 17 and 18, I did a lot of it. In 19, I didn't. Everyone noticed that. Come here, bud. And I also have a lot of stuff that comes into me directly, so it wasn't required. But for you guys, it'll be nice. Okay, so that's really great tips for a newbie. Appreciate that. And when you're ready, when you start selling and you get some income coming in, shoot me an email. See what else I can do for you. rockstarflipper@gmail.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I answer messages around the clock. I answer everything that comes to my phone directly. My own emails, right there, guys. My own emails, my own Instagrams. See if I can open it up here. I answer all that stuff directly. Everything comes right there to me. I don't pay anyone to answer my messages, comments, nothing. Well, one, they don't know the answers half the time. And two, it's more personal. I know what's going on. What brands are going to blow up this next year, decade? All I see is Carhartt, Harley tees, Wrap tees. I don't see a lot of things changing in the next year. I think those brands are still going to be popular. Supreme is still going to roll. Bathing Ape is still going to roll. Off-White is still a big brand. You know, Harley and their 3D t-shirts, old band shirts. Those things are timeless, and they're just going to keep to what they're doing. I see a lot of things not really changing, but staying the same. So where's a good place to buy wholesale video games? Nice shops. I only have one source for wholesale video games. There's actually two, but one guaranteed. I know a former owner of Buy My Tronics that sold out to GameStop, and I used to buy directly off the GameStop wholesale list. If you can get in touch with them, it takes a lot of networking though, and I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you how to do that anymore. The other way would be buying from pawn shops, asking them to give you deals. If they have like a corporate location, has 10 or 15 stores in your area within an hour or two, you can go to them and try to work out a deal like that. Do you recommend getting started listing global? R. Neely, I recommend you doing global shipping. The GSP global shipping program is fantastic, and I really, really recommend it. Am I going to eBay Open 2020? If there is an eBay Open 2020, I will be there. Las Vegas, Nevada. But me and Kate are looking at doing some big things this year. So some road trips. I want to tour the bourbon factories in Kentucky and visit Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg because I love that area, and the Asheville and the Biltmore. So I kind of want to take like a week road trip and do that. And I also am looking at a much, much bigger trip overseas to Europe, which is expensive. So, and for a reason that we may go to Europe. So, you know, I have to budget correctly, and blowing $3,000 to $4,000 in Vegas is a big deal. But we should still be able to make it. It should be fine. Plus, we have to find dog sitters for the Wrecking Crew. Thank you, Edwin. Appreciate that. Tammy, I appreciate that. I do answer all my own stuff. It's hard. It's hard to keep up. Let's see. I thought you had your own call center. Yeah, I wish. Can I tell you some easy stuff to make money on at thrift stores and Goodwills that's not the bins? Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff. Clothing, shoes, video games. There's all kinds of things. It's what's all in my bolos. But I mean, God, there's endless things. Punches, resales. A lot of people live off of the bins. If I had the time and that's all I did, yeah, I could do it. I'm sure. Selling globally is tough. It opens a Pandora's box of scams. That's why we use the global shipping program, Bree Johnson, because there's really no risk to it. Did you ever do an interview with Mr. Buys a Lot? Not yet. Figgy, I told him that we're going to do something in 2020 in January or February because I'd love to go to his warehouse. I'd love to see what he's got, his building. But if not, I'm going to do it over the video. So yeah, pawn shops are a great place. I used to do a lot of pawn shops, ton of pawn shops. Yep, we're going to do it in the new year. Sounds like wedding bells in Europe. No, not wedding bells in Europe. I would never get married overseas. When, whatever I get married, it would be here, in Florida. But, yeah, no, I just want to visit Italy and Greece. I'm on a date listening to you, waiting for Star Wars to start here shortly. Figgy flips, get back to the date. Are you crazy? No, we're not eloping. Yeah, Punch, if I come to Asheville, which I am on part of my trip to Gatlinburg, whatever that is in spring, I hope, I will let everyone know when I'm leaving and you'll know where I'm going to be. Can I do a video on international shipping? Tammy, yeah, I've done it on global shipping program. Adam may have a link to that. Absolutely. Do I ever resell used baseball bats? No, I don't do sporting equipment. Come to Australia. So much better than Europe. So much more expensive. Yeah, Australia's on the bucket list. I don't know if that's going to happen in 2020, but 2021, I actually have to go get my passport. Long story short, I haven't ever gotten a passport. I've gone to every island in the Caribbean just about, but it doesn't require a passport because I go on cruises. And I've gone all over this country. But when I was a little kid, I went across to Europe and the world because my dad was in the military. He retired when I was like 9 or 10 years old. And we didn't travel out of the country after that. Our vacations were always to Florida or, around the country. When I turned 18, I lived in Maryland, and then 1920, I moved here to Florida, and I just went on cruises year after year. I never actually went directly to Mexico or directly to, Jamaica. I always took cruises, so I didn't need a passport. I never got one. So I need to go up there and take my picture and get it done. Just pure laziness. Bobby, is your course on sourcing stuff half off right now? Can I purchase it? It is, are you still going to try to do a meetup and a cruise would be awesome. A reseller cruise is in our thoughts. So the entire training program right now is $50 and it includes everything, including the VIP group. So it is a discount. Yeah, Adam just linked the global shipping program video. That's awesome. I don't use Pirate Ship, but I do recommend it because it does save you if you do a lot of priority shipping, which I don't do. Bobby, the link below is the $50 one. And that is for the entire program. If you just want the sourcing one, that's half the cost. I think it's up for 19 right now. I'd have to check. It's either 19 or 20. Let me click on it real quick. It's up for $19. Choose the left option. So option number 1 is the complete Bolo set, which is $19. But you should, really spend the 50 and get everything because it's really a big help. Really, really big help. A YouTuber thrifter cruise is an idea I'm working on. Yes, Mr. Buys a Lot. We should absolutely. I want to make that happen. See, all these plans, man. You're talking about $20,000, $30,000 worth of trips. $3,000 or $4,000 to Vegas, $5,000 to Europe, $1,000 to $1,200 for a road trip to the bourbon factories, a week in hotels and Airbnbs. A cruise that would cost me a couple $1,000s. I don't want to charge people to pay for my ticket. I want people to pay for themselves, and we just all get together, and I'll kind of plan some events that might cost a few bucks. But all of that is just to pay for the cost of the events and not me. So, yeah. So Pirate Ship is great if you sell Macari. It's good for eBay as well. Colleen Gallagher, who does $20,000 a month, she uses Pirate Ship every day, and I know it saves her hundreds of dollars a month. So. eBay's the same unless you do cubic. Yeah. So Adam's great point there. Great point there. So way to point that out, Adam. So awesome. Appreciate it. You guys have some great questions tonight. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this video will be one that you can link out. So before anybody leaves, I want to ask 2 big favors from you guys. We have 49 likes in the chat. If you could like this video, it really would be a help because this has some great questions and answers for people. So hit the like button because it's going to really, really help a lot of people that have basic and even some advanced questions. The second favor that I need to ask you guys, and this is a big one, If you can copy my YouTube channel, youtube.com/rockstarflipper, copy it and just get 1 or 2 people on your friends, family, social media list, whoever it is. If you can post it on your Instagram, post it on your Facebook page, post it in a Facebook group that you own. Don't get yourself kicked out of one. Put it on your YouTube channel if you have one, whatever it is, and ask people to subscribe to the channel. I'd really love to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're almost there, and we're almost at the end of the year. And it would mean a lot to me, and I really appreciate that. So if you guys could just take 5 seconds and post it up, or ask 1 or 2 people to hit that subscribe button, or anybody that you could that may be interested in reselling and business or small business, because a lot of these questions are good for resellers, but a lot of them are good for people that want to run any small business. I show Kate a lot of my videos for her photography business. I show Kate a lot of this stuff for other things that she does, videography and other things. So it's great. It's awesome. So appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. What kind of camera do I recommend? Camera for live shows. Camera for the live show. I am using, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm using a, maybe that would work. I'm using a Logitech C922. Logitech C922. You guys can see it, right? Can you see it right there? Logitech C922 camera for the live show. Right? There it is. As far as recording YouTube videos, I've been using my iPhone 11 Pro Max. This camera is for video is ridiculous. It's crazy good. You guys can see the quality that it takes. Again, the quality on this camera is just intense. It's amazing. I also use a Canon G7X and a GoPro Hero 7 Black Edition with Hypersmooth. Tip of the night. Can I explain regional shipping boxes and how they save money on shipping? Regional boxes are similar to priority. Whatever fits in it, you can ship using the regional box, and it depends on where it's going, but typically it's a little cheaper than the flat rate boxes, but a little more than first class. So most of my regionals cost $7 to $9, $8 to $10, something like that. You just have to compare the regional price to the priority price, but regional is a discount every once in a while. Why do you use a camera instead of iPhone? Oh, a camera for taking photos. I use my phone. I use my iPhone for taking all of our inventory pictures. If we're taking pictures of inventory, the pictures are absolutely fantastic on this phone. I was snapping these pictures earlier just to take some random pictures, and look at the quality of, I can turn it. Look at the quality of those pictures just on, me taking that. Look at that quality that it takes. I mean, this camera is, I was just screwing around with my faces or whatever, but you guys can see the colors. And I mean, this is you looking through a camera, right? So there you go. And if you missed that video from earlier about dumpster diving, make sure you watch the video from earlier about dumpster diving. Yeah, so I definitely use my camera to take all pictures of our inventory. So if we have a remote control, so this is a remote. Now I'm taking this just on our tabletop because I don't have my white background here, but let me show you guys the quality that it takes. So I just snapped a picture without good lighting, without anything. Look. Check it out. Hold on. You guys see how good that picture is? Not a good white background, not even with the lights pointed at it, just a normal everyday picture of that remote, and it's fantastic. So, yeah, I highly recommend. The camera on this is outstanding. Outstanding. Remember the video audio quality when you're doing this, though. If you audio yourself, the case will sometimes muffle it, so be careful of that. My iPhone is an 11. This is an iPhone 11 Pro Max, 256 gig. So that's what I use. Do I still go to yard sales? Yeah, every now and again I do. Can you talk a little bit about the help you offer for doing taxes and keep track of inventory? Thinking about buying your training. Krista, so I do everything on QuickBooks. My training covers QuickBooks. It also covers Microsoft Excel spreadsheets. It talks about how to track your inventory and cost of goods sold. Talks about your expenses, everything from mileage to shipping expenses to your equipment, your supplies, your packing, your labels, your bubble wrap, your thermal, anything you buy new, if you buy light kits. it talks about all of it. So that training will cover everything you need to track your numbers. And so it's really, really highly recommended that you grab it. Yep, 11 Pro Max is what I use for an iPhone. Absolutely. I have always been an iPhone guy. I know a lot of people have personal preference for Android, and that's fine. The quality of the photos and video on this iPhone are outstanding, though. So do you enter everything manually on QuickBooks? I do. I do that because I found that importing PayPal always has mistakes. I always found things that were wrong. In fact, I would purposely put stuff in that I knew would make mistakes or that I recognized were making mistakes and see if I could get it to import correctly, and it wouldn't. It would import wrong, and so then I knew. So I type in everything. I just don't trust numbers with the IRS because at the end of the day, if you say, well, I imported it from PayPal, I don't know why it's wrong. It's still wrong. You're still going to owe money, and now you're going to owe late fees and interest. So it's a little something to think about. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. We're almost at 9:50. We've been on like 47 minutes, so thank you guys so much. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section. It's always helpful to leave them in the comments. I answer those. And also you can email them rockstarflipper@gmail.com. Adam is linking all of the links from below. They are down there. So if you need a store review, it's $5. It's link number 1. Link number 2 is the reselling accounting program with how to set up your business. I teach you how to register with the IRS, how to register with your state, your county, how to set up a sole prop, an LLC, how to do all of that. I'm not an accountant or a lawyer, but it's all things that are general knowledge. So that's the second link. And the third link contains both of those, the review and the accounting and setting up your business, plus eBay, Amazon, Posh, all the guides, the bolos, the private videos, the webinars, the VIP group. You get everything, and that's $50. That's the third link. So whichever option you want, $5, $19, or $50, it's definitely up to you, and it's below. And I appreciate everyone. Adam did a show yesterday that's live. He just linked it on over there. Adam's Exploits on YouTube. You can check it out. We did a little Christmas show with Adam's Christmas hat over on his channel. So thank you for being my admin, Adam, and everybody else who admin. Go ahead and just sit that over there for the side and go check him out and subscribe to him as well. Also, to everyone who did a super chat, thank you so much for the kindness. I appreciate that. Alexis and Mr. Buys a lot, and there were a couple of others that did super chats. So appreciate all of the super chats through the night. And also, what was that? I just read something. I tried to sell your YouTube channel on Amazon, but they said it looked like that came out of a dumpster. Coincidence? Oh God, Baron Von Deals. Anyways, I won't see you guys between now and Christmas, which is Wednesday. We'll have a show Thursday. So Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you between now and then. I'll have a Christmas video up on Christmas Eve, so make sure you come back and check it out. And again, like I said, please get whoever you know that might be interested in this to subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night with an awesome video that I have half recorded. I need to finish it in the meantime. So good night, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you again also to the ladies at List Perfectly. Go check them out. For the wine and package, I'll say a private hello to you guys, ladies, as well, Claire and Amanda. Good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.